the dominant story that everyone gets in the mainstream is that money emerged because it made the exchange of goods and services more convenient. As Adam Smith would tell us in The Wealth of Nations, it's awkward to exchange rabbits for deers in adequate quantities. And so money comes in to mediate that, to give everyone some means of exchange that they can share in common. And it's a nice myth and the story of convenience. And it suggests to us, I think implicitly, that all societies will be regulated by money, that every economy will revolve around money. As you said, money makes the world go round. And I was struck in doing my own research that the actual historical origins of what we tend to call general purpose money, money that's used in every conceivable transaction for goods and services, that kind of money emerged for purposes of war finance historically and for purposes of long distance trade in human beings, the buying and selling of enslaved persons. And I think when we begin to look at money not as a convenience created for individuals, but as a technology of power and domination, it allows us then to think about, well, what would a society without relations of exploitation and domination look like? And would it revolve around money? Would we have to have money as the regulator of all transactions for food, housing, healthcare, etc.? And my argument is no. And that really brings you to your second question, why now? My concern in terms of sketching this argument now, this alternative account of money as drenched in blood and exploitation, my concern really was to resist the contraction of our political imaginations. I think that the long night of neoliberalism has often led many of us to lower our sights, to let our horizons of the possible contract. And I wanted to say, no, if we tell a much more historically accurate story of what money is and where it came from, maybe we can then also put back on the agenda, how would we reorganize a rational society in ways that money wouldn't be the regulator of economic life? So that was really the political inspiration for this moment.
That's wonderful. It reminds me of my effort in when I teach to explain to people who are all trained in revering the market and money, to remember that inside their household, all kinds of transactions are organized, all kinds of sharing is organized, all kinds of exchanges. There is no money, and the notion that one would put a numerical value makes no sense to people. And it's, again, this opening up of the imagination so that we're not so narrowly, ideologically hooked into the existing system.